If you're relying on motivation to help you keep your New Year's resolutions, guys, you've already set yourself up to fail. Did you know 25% of people quit their New Year's resolutions within the first week? And by the third week, 90% of people have gone. They've given up. Why? Because they rely on this one thing, motivation, to do things that they need to do. But motivation is mood dependent. If you feel good, you feel motivated. But if you feel shit, you don't feel like doing anything. You may not realize this, but when you quit in January, you set yourself up to have a quitter mindset. And throughout the year, this impacts you. And you end up spending a whole year wondering why you didn't achieve your goals. It's because you started the year as a quitter and you developed that mindset that it's okay to quit things. So when it came to those difficult things throughout the year, or when you wanted to restart something, because you already quit once, it's easy to quit the second time. So let's tackle this today so you can become consistent, you can develop the right mindset, and you can get the results that you want in January, February, March, and throughout the year. The first thing you need to do is find your why. Once you know your why, everything becomes easier to do. So if you want to lose weight, you've got to know why you want to lose weight. You can't be just losing weight because someone told you you're overweight, or because you see other people and you think, well, they're doing it, so should I. You've got to be doing things for yourself and you've got to know your why. Why do I get up in the morning? So I can work on my business, I don't stay poor, I can travel the world, I can buy my family members gifts, I can do things for my parents, I can give things back to charity. All these whys get me up in the morning. Why do I go gym? So I look more attractive to women. Yeah, I train hard to have a nice physique so women find me attractive. That's my why. Also, as I get older, I want to stay physically fit. I want to maintain my testosterone levels. I want to still be capable and be able to do things in my 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's why I force myself to go to the gym. Why do I eat the same boring foods every day? Because I know they're good for me. I know they benefit my body. I know it helps me to maintain my weight. That's why I do these things. Once you know your why, every time you feel down or giving up, you can go back to that why and just remind yourself why you're doing it. Therefore, figure out your why and write it down on a piece of paper so you can see it every day so you turn up. The second thing you want to do is make it easy and make it small. Make it so easy that turning up doesn't become a challenge. If you want to go to the gym but you're struggling to stay consistent, tell yourself you're going to go to the gym for 45 minutes a day, 3 times a week. Whatever you're trying to do, just shrink it down and make it so easy that if you don't turn up, you will actually feel guilty. When you're trying to lose weight, don't go on these hardcore diets. When I was giving up takeaways, junk food, cookies, crisps, chocolate drinks, I did everything slowly. I started ordering takeaways, but I'd stop eating the fries. Then I stopped ordering the fizzy drink, I'd just order the burger. After a while, I'd go to 1 takeaway a week. After a month, I decided I was only gonna have 2 takeaways a month. Make your goals so small and so easy that doing them just becomes simple. Listen, if you give yourself enough time, you can achieve so much. But if you're trying to cram these really big goals in a short period of time, you're just going to lose the desire, the will to continue. So make everything easy and simple. If you want to get up earlier in the morning, don't be one of those people that goes from getting up at 7:30 to 4 a.m. You're really going to struggle with that. Take small steps to get there. Start going bed half an hour earlier and start waking up half an hour earlier for the first week. Then on the second week, go to 45 minutes. On the third week, an hour. The fourth week, do an hour and 30. On the fifth week, you might wake up 2 hours earlier. Take your time, take small steps so you can be consistent and build momentum. Once you start building a bit of momentum and you start seeing some change, oh my God, you just want to push harder. You want to do bigger things. You want bigger goals. Everything just becomes a lot easier But getting started is always difficult. Just think about it. When you're going to the gym, it's tiring. You have to pack your bag. You can't be bothered. But once you get in the gym, you get into the flow and things start getting easier. It's just the same with your goals. Getting started is a little bit difficult, so make everything small and as simple as you can in the first couple of months so you can build that momentum and take that into the rest of the year. The next thing you need to do is start planning your days and your weeks. You can start with planning your day and then work to planning your weeks. This will change your life, but also I want you to write things down. When you write something down, I intend to go to the gym tomorrow at 7 p.m., you're more likely to take action. It's because you're making a contract with yourself. And that's the amazing thing of writing things down. When you write it, you're more likely to do it. And if you plan your day, it's so much easier to do because you take out this thing called thinking. Should I or shouldn't I do it? And this is mentally draining. Should I go to the gym? What should I train? What should I eat? What should I wear? How should I look? Who should I go with? Plan your whole day the night before and do that every day for the next 30 days. Once you get into a habit of planning your days, you'll want to plan your weeks because you will see the effectiveness of planning your day. If you plan your week, you take out the need for thinking, you save that mental energy to take action. As humans, we only have a finite amount of energy. And if we spend this energy on thinking on the small, meaningless tasks, we don't have the energy to take action. I didn't know this. That's why I plan my days and weeks. Fortunately, I have my own business and I live out in Asia. And my life is very simple. I get up at 7 in the morning, sometimes maybe 6:30, sometimes maybe 7:30. But I do the same thing every day. I go out onto the balcony, get a bit of sunlight, come into the room, work for 2 hours, have a protein shake, work for another hour, have a shower, work for another couple of hours, go to the gym, come home. Well, actually, I go for a bite to eat and then I come home and relax. And I just rinse and repeat the same thing because I've been doing it for so long. It's become part of my life. I eat the same foods every day. So in the morning, I don't think what I'm going to eat. I don't think what I'm going to eat for lunch. The only thing I think now, because I live out in Asia, is what am I going to have in the evening? Back in the UK, I used to plan my evening meals. So I didn't have to think about anything. All I thought about was getting in shape, becoming successful, and planning my escape plan out of the UK. The UK is not terrible, but the weather is quite depressing. That's why I love out being here in Asia. But plan your days, plan your weeks, and even if you want, plan your months. It will change your life. It will help you to stay consistent and achieve your goals in 2026, 2027, 2028, and hopefully I'll see you in 2029. Not having the same conversation, having a different conversation of you telling me how you've achieved your goals and everything that you wanted to do because you took action. A next major thing people ignore: you can have all the plans, you can have all the habits, you can have all the systems, but sometimes you've got to just force yourself to do the things that you don't want to do. Yes, it's okay to plan you're going to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, but you might not want to do it. That warm, comfy bed feels so good. So what do you have to do? You have to force yourself to get out of bed. If you do not start forcing yourself to do those horrible things or the things that you don't want to do, you will never achieve the things that you want. Listen, sometimes I go to the gym and I don't want to be there. I force myself to go to the gym. But what do? I follow the rules. I've already planned what I'm going to train. I'll just go into the gym, do one exercise on my chest, one exercise on my shoulder, one exercise on my back, and call it a day. Where I was supposed to do 8 exercises, I decided to do 3 exercises. I made it small, I made it simple, I made it easy. But the thing that was more important is that I forced myself to do, and I didn't break that habit of going to the gym. This thing, momentum, is absolutely amazing. Once you get it, don't lose it. Even if it means you just go to the gym for 20 minutes, don't break that habit. The next thing you want to do is set your life up so you can succeed. If you need to work on your business, make sure your workspace is clear. Get it ready the night before so when you get up in the morning, you see your desk and you want to sit there and work. If you're trying to lose weight, don't buy junk food. If you don't buy it, you're less likely to eat it. If you're trying to get consistent with the gym, pack your gym bag the night before so it's ready, so you grab it and take it with you to work. If you're trying to do anything in life, set your life up so you can be successful. Surround yourself with the right people. Learn to say no to people. Learn to just force yourself to do the things that you don't want to do. Therefore, let's break out of this quitter mindset and let's be consistent this January, February, March, and the whole of 2026, and let's really change our lives. I know you guys can do it. It's going to be a little bit painful. It's going to be a little bit rough. But I promise you, if you make some small changes, make everything easy, be consistent, turn up when you don't want to, within the next 3 to 6 months, you would be a totally different person.